Hey everyone, good morning. Happy Monday, March 21st, first day of spring, I think. I'm pretty sure we're going to go over that later today during our holidays. We're thrilled to be here to welcome in your Monday morning on the Daily Drop-In Show, where we are currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn at 7 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. I just gave all the details and I know they were all backwards, but either way, we're excited for the show. Jeff Gargas is here. He's in a really cool Teach Better sweatshirt. And we are about to get into a lot of celebration this week because it is our 7th birthday this week, and we cannot wait to celebrate with you. We have a lot of fun coming in store for this week, so please feel free to say good morning in the comments. Get ready for your day with us, and we'll be right back. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Drop-In Morning Show. Jeff Gargas, how's life, dude?
Good morning. It's Monday.
It is Monday. It is
a whole new week.
Whole new week. And you know what? It's kind of early. It's feeling a little early this morning, Jeff Gargas.
I had a moment this morning where I was like, I really don't like Rae for coming up with Daily Drop-In.
Oh.
But then I got over it. I'm over it. It's okay. Katie's in the comments. Everything is okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good morning. Good. I love the good morning comments, but especially from Katie, because not only is she a Teach Better team member, but she's also on spring break. So shout out to all those.
Oh, she's on spring break. Nice.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a 5 or 6 week span during the month of March that people are on spring break. So
it would be nice if they got a 5-week spring break.
Well, sure, but I'm just thinking, I know some of our friends on the East Coast have their spring break over Easter, which is obviously in April. And then obviously we're getting started with a lot of educators that are either ending or starting their spring break. So good morning, everyone.
I think I just made the decision. I'm going on spring break this week.
Interesting. No, see, Jeff, you can't because I don't know if you heard,
we
have a really busy week.
Nope. I think I'm on spring break.
I think that's cute, but we are encouraging educators to take a break during spring break, but you do not have permission.
I'm going to Daytona. Is that where you going? Where do you go on spring break? Is it Daytona, Myrtle Beach?
But I'm still not approving
Vegas?
this.
Maybe I'll go to Vegas.
Something very special is this week. Something very special.
It's always special when I go to Vegas.
You're always not going to Vegas. No.
I'm not. Oh. So what's special then? I feel like you're messing with my head.
Back in the day when dinosaurs roamed the earth, Jeff Gargas and Chad Ostrowski met and formed. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like there should be like a cool, guys, it's our birthday week.
It is our birthday week.
It's our birthday week.
7 years.
7 years. I think it's like lucky 7, right?
Yeah. Can we address that? Some people are like, hey, why didn't you celebrate, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, like all those years?
We did not celebrate.
Or not wait till 10. And that's things like, well, we did celebrate, we acknowledged, but like we didn't bring the family together to celebrate. So that's the difference right now. And we're like, well, yeah, we're doing a 7, but then we'll also do it for 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. So we're setting the precedence, like starting it this year. That's all.
Yep.
And I like your take though. It's lucky number 7. That's why we're starting it.
Lucky number 7. Yeah. I will say, friends, let's be honest. As a teacher, when something happens, you're like, man, next year I should do that differently. And then the next year comes and you're like, shucks, I feel like we probably should have done this, maybe made this a little bit more intentional. But you know what? I'm going to write this in my plan book. Next year. And then it comes again and you're like, darn it, there was just so many hurdles this week. Guys, it's happening this year. That's exactly what happened to the birthday. Every year I'm like, when's our birthday? Isn't this a big deal? And finally I'm like, Jeff, we're putting it on the calendar.
And I was like, golly gee. Like, hell if you're like, oh, shucks. Golly gee, we should do it this year. By the way, Katie approved my spring break, but that's not the point. That's basically how it happened, though. We're like, hey, let's do something this year. And we're like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do something that gets people to get, to eat cupcakes.
Because we weren't busy enough in March. I mean, we only released a course, opened proposals, changed brain break, announced our birthday celebration. We have a course out next week, and we have a ton going on in April. So
There's
we
also like a
needed,
special course coming out. We have like double the courses coming out this week,
I
this
know.
month.
So we needed another celebration.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
no big
yeah,
thing this week. We had to commit
yeah.
to something.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Sounds about right.
Yeah. So friends, here's our mindset. We're doing a birthday celebration for absolutely zero reason because we know 7 years is not special, but we're proud of 7 years. And our team has completely evolved, changed in the best ways possible over the last 7 years. And so why not take a week and maybe for no other reason than just to feel good and celebrate? Our mindset is that our birthday is everyone's birthday. So congratulations, you now have another birthday that you just get to eat cake and be merry.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Mark watching on LinkedIn. We don't get a lot of comments on LinkedIn. I love when that comes through.
I will say, friends, we are going to get into some birthday talk later, but just so y'all know, if you need to write this down, it's March 24th, Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
In the morning and in the evening and all throughout the day.
Well, that's, I think, how birthdays or celebrations work.
Well, I don't know the exact time that the paperwork was filed. Like, like when I don't know if you do this, like my mom always told us like on our birthday, like, oh yeah, you were born at 11:46 a.m. So like, that's when you were like actually born. I'm like, I don't know when we actually like hit submit.
Well, we did nothing because I wasn't there. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Jeff, before we get into the absolute nothing of this conversation this morning, can I ask you how your weekend was, even though I know?
My weekend was pretty good. I got to hang out with you for the majority of it. And saw a few others on our team and a bunch of other people that we know in Chicago for ASCD. So I was out there Friday, Saturday, and maybe a little too much time with you. Maybe we both could have done with a little less. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like we only actually spent like 24 hours together total. So I feel like that was not enough.
I was only in Illinois for like 30 hours. So yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was good. It was a good weekend. It was fun. We did some work. We hung out with people, bounced around in the conference a little bit. It was good. It was a good weekend. And then I came home and saw my kids and we celebrated my dad's birthday yesterday because his birthday was last week. So we had good food yesterday and saw the family and stuff. So it was a good weekend.
Good.
How about yours? I mean, clearly the first part of it was great.
Yeah, I got to spend time with you, which was great. Got a lot of work done. Good brainstorming. We actually got some conference work done. There's some exciting things coming to all of our network. We have some good brainstorm stuff. But we also got to see some team members, which was fun. Shout out to Andrea and Carrie. It was so good to see them. And ASCD did a great job supporting a very like small event for them, but it was super well done. I just love the people that committed to trying to give educators a positive experience, and it's just cool to see people again. And then I came home and I had a very, very, very lazy Sunday.
That's a good Sunday.
I didn't even fold laundry. So someone needs to send some energy my way to fold laundry maybe tonight. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
It's all good. You don't have to fold that laundry.
I mean, I should fold the laundry. But
if it's unfolded, it's quicker to get on.
Can I see some comments? Like, what are we like pro folding laundry during the week? When do you guys fold your laundry? I need to figure it out. Jeff, I will say though, this morning, as we transition into a few things, I don't want to forget to do our happy feed. So can we?
Oh yeah, let's do our happy feed. Yeah.
Do a moment of gratitude. We are, for those of you who are listening, maybe for the first time, sorry for that terrible transition. We use a free app called Happy Feed, which allows us to document a moment of gratitude every single day on the show. And what we love about this is that we're not only able to obviously take a moment and do a feel good thank you or moment of gratitude to what is in our life, but also to be able to revisit those moments, which this app does really well. I really enjoy. I get pop-up notifications now that we're about 5-6 weeks in using this that say, hey, do you want to see what memory you had just a few weeks ago? Or I'm very excited to use this at the conference as well. So it'll be kind of cool to be able to document a moment of gratitude. For those of you who do this with us every single morning, thank you for being a part of our Happy Feed documentation. So Jeff, what are you thinking for our morning moment of gratitude?
I'm thinking we've probably done this before, but I'm going to say our team.
Yeah, we did that last week. You can't repeat.
Oh, I did that last week?
Yeah, but maybe we can repeat. Can you give me a little like explanation? Maybe we can twist it.
So I actually did a TikTok on this when I got back to Cleveland. It was on my mind that like finding your team, like because I thought about how we were in Chicago. You and I were, just getting work done. We had a lot of great conversation, and I was just thinking how I still am amazed that you somehow got tricked into working with us and how awesome you are. But then I thought about how I was also having conversations via text with Chad at the time, and we were able to be there when we had a team event that Friday night, but Dave stepped up to make it so that we were okay to not have to be there. And that event went awesome because of Dave and a couple others on the team. And I just started thinking about all that. And then, I think about like how I didn't have to feel guilty for traveling for a couple of days because my team at home is awesome. And it was just sort of at a moment of like appreciation to just like whatever your team is in your life, like having a strong team is super important.
So not just our internal.
It's all of it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone.
It's really all of it. So
I love that. Yeah. Sharing a
So
moment to
so my team here is like my team like expanded, like everything beyond. Yeah. So
Well, those people have a lot of teams. If you're thinking about it live with us this morning, I wonder if we could list them out. There's so many different teams we work with, right? Our work colleagues are a team. Sometimes even breaking that down further, our grade level colleagues or our subject level colleagues are our team. Our leadership teams that we have our teams that support us at home, our teams that support us in our friend groups, our teams that support us. There's a lot.
Your PLN becomes your team. Your community, like in your school community, is your team as well, and stuff like it's important to have the right people in place.
You're right. Very, very important. I love it. Thank you for.
Is that where are we able to use it that way then? Not a repeat necessarily.
I love that. That's so good. Friends, we're going to transition here into our good news and our holidays for today, and then we are going to continue the celebration, so stick with us. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being a part of our Daily Drop-In Morning Show. I'm laughing. I have 4 coffee cups in front of me, and I really just don't want to grab the wrong one.
It's a couple days old. So it sounds like we need to get you someone that can come over and help with the laundry and cleaning up cups.
I mean, it's a small coffee cup, so typically.
Oh, well, that makes it okay. Just leave them wherever you want them.
No, but like typically during the show, I finish it. Like they're not full of coffee; they're just like
just empty coffee cups.
So
that's better.
If I have 3 here plus the one I'm drinking that's warm because I made it this morning.
So you have 3 dirty ones just sitting there.
Yeah, so Wednesday coffee mug, Thursday, Friday. This is terrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because Saturday, yeah. So that's that.
Bad.
Yeah, bad's probably a good word for it.
I just don't want to grab the wrong coffee mug. That's all my priorities are this morning.
I really want you to grab the wrong coffee mug.
No, I have a Gatorade over here. You need a Gatorade? Oh, Jeff Gargas.
Always have a Gatorade by.
We could get into our color discussion because I still believe you have the wrong color. Was that yellow?
It's the 0.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I like lemonade. Why would I drink a flavor that I really enjoyed? Why would I do that to myself? That seems like the proper thing to do.
I can't get over the yellow color. What's in your coffee mug that you're drinking over there?
Coffee.
Okay.
I won't lie. Sometimes it's Gatorade.
You put Gatorade in a mug.
I'll put it in a coffee mug. That's why it looks like I'm drinking coffee. That's like not very often, but I've done that once or twice. Where I just like coffee wasn't feeling right. When I didn't feel great, maybe.
Does everyone now feel obligated every Monday to be like, "Hey Jeff, what's in your cup?"
Yeah,
that could be a segment.
Jeff, what's in your coffee?
No, what's in your cup?
Well, 9 out of 10 times it's coffee, so that's not going to be really exciting most of the time. Although I could then start putting other things on it, and
that's what I mean.
Fun.
Yeah.
What's in your cup? I got like a little baby chicken there. Like a little duck pops up.
Oh my gosh, no. We have to get on for this.
Or a muskrat.
Friends, who says this in the morning? Friends,
guinea pig, maybe?
Yeah.
A chinchilla. I gotta get one of my big cups. But have you ever played with a chinchilla before? That's what you want in your mug in the morning.
Happy
Monday. Wake you right up.
March 21st. We're gonna end the show right here, friends. All right, we're holidays. There's a ton of holidays, including the Teach Bear Team birthday this week, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. It is International Day of Forests, which is always good.
Okay.
Shout out to our forest. Yeah, why not? I love a good forest walk, a nature walk.
Shout out to all my trees out there.
Shout out to all my
making
trees.
those forests.
It's National Common Courtesy Day, which I feel like everyone could just use a reminder every single day that to just be a little generous to those around us, even when we might be in our own world and stressed, to just make sure that we're constantly giving our best for common courtesy. Any thoughts on that, Jeff?
I agree.
Yeah.
Being courteous to your thoughts here. That's not
whatever. Why not? It's also World Poetry Day. This has got to be something we bring into our schools. Come on, World Poetry.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Absolutely. It's Harmony Day. It is National Crunchy Taco Day.
Hold on. We're going to go back to that. Tell me about Harmony Day for a second.
Well,
does it give an explanation of what that is?
Not really. It's just talking about the love of peace.
I was just thinking, like, a lot of times when we talk about balance, I talk about, no, it's harmony. So I'm like, oh, wait, there's a day for that?
Yeah, apparently today, Harmony Day. It's World Harmony Day. Make your Harmony Day a picture of peace.
Ooh, a picture of peace. I like it. I like it.
So you weren't as excited about the crunchy taco, huh?
No, I said then we're going to go back to that. So let's go back to the crunchy taco. So it's crunchy taco day. So have crunchy tacos today.
Yeah, I'm saying go crunchy taco today.
So are we DoorDash and crunchy tacos? Is that what's going on?
Oh, absolutely. I actually had tacos yesterday, but they weren't crunchy. They were soft shell, so I don't feel like it counts.
So Monday, today's the day.
Yeah. It's also National Fragrance Day, so enjoy all the smells in life.
Oh, this smells.
Yeah, delicious. This is like a perfume. I think they.
Oh, like perfume. Okay.
But who's to say? Who's to say?
Well, that's good.
For those of you who are on a diet, you're going to break it today. It's National French Bread Day, but it is also National Healthy Fats Day. So make sure you put good fats in your life today.
Okay.
National Single Parent Day, World Down Syndrome Day. Oh my gosh, there's so much to celebrate.
There's a lot today. Shout out to all the single parents too, because every day not every day, but very often I think about that and I'm like, I don't know how anybody does this by themselves, because
I know
it's hard with two people.
I know. And then maybe a holiday that no one's celebrating, or maybe a holiday that someone is celebrating. Let us know in the comments if this is your day. It is officially World Puppeteer Day.
Puppeteer Day.
Puppeteer Day.
Interesting. And I want to note and congratulate Alex for having a keen eye to notice my official replica in the back here of the Sports Almanac from Back to the Future 2 that just came last week. Nice. I put it over the Teach Better book. I literally wanted what just happened. I wanted to see if anybody just caught it back there, because it's just barely in the screen in the picture.
So you want people to not only tune in for Daily Drop-In, but you want them to evaluate your background every day?
I want them to know. Yeah, no one's noted. I've moved them around a couple places. I have small versions of some old school NES games popping up that I found. So so I got this. That's an official prop. Mm-hmm. And I got my brother-in-law this awesome scaled down model of a hoverboard. That's like the official, anyway. So I'm a big Back to the Future fan. I don't know if anybody knows, but
I love it. And I love that you're awkwardly hiding things in the background. It's like an I Spy.
Yeah, that might become the thing. Instead of like what's in your cup, it's like what's in your screen.
Creepy.
No, think of a better name.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel, think of a better name.
Yeah. Hey, marketing team. Marketing team, figure that out. Thank you.
It's I Spy. Like, of course, it's a game. It's I Spy. What are you spying just background?
It's I Spy because it's not like Where's Waldo. Where's Waldo is where you're looking for the same thing over.
The same thing, yeah. The Where's Waldo, we could do that with Flat Daddy. I don't know if you saw the picture of what Jacqueline had. Maybe I'll do that. His leg fell off last night.
Can you explain, since you just had no context?
Yes. My daughter Jacqueline, who was 7, was very upset that I was leaving the other night. So she said, "Give me your phone." And I said, "Okay." And she said, "Back up." And she took a picture of me. And I said, "Do you want me to send that to your iPad?" And she said, "No." And that's how she said it. She said, "No. After you print it out for me and leave it on the table, I will cut it out and I'll have like a Flat Stanley of that." If you don't know Flat Stanley, any teacher probably knows who Flat Stanley is. And then I'll have a Flat Stanley. And then she started calling it Flat Daddy. So she sent me a picture of her holding it. And then I got multiple other pictures of him doing things and stuff. But here's That's Flat Daddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's how she got past missing me. And so then that became a thing for this week. And obviously everyone had a good time with that in my family. But last night she told me his leg fell off. I'm like, what were you doing that his leg fell off? She didn't tell me. But so maybe I'll have him pop around.
There you go. I will say, Alex says, to be fair, he only listens to the podcast typically, so he doesn't see the background.
That's true. So he's going to catch it a lot quicker. He's seeing things.
But this will be tricky because if you're listening to the podcast, you can't participate in the I Spy game.
Yeah. So Alex, he must be on spring. Is he on spring break this week?
You can ask him. I'm not sure of Alex's daily schedule, but he might be.
Well, let me know when you get it. You should have that. Call his assistant.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, can you share your calendar with me so I can see where you are every moment of the day? I'd really appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to completely throw us off track there, but to be fair, it was Alex's fault.
I love it. I do also want to give a shout out to Bree. Bree in the comments is talking about how she feels the need to change the game for Brain Break this week because you're obviously doing an I Spy game. Mm-hmm. But I want to make sure that everyone here gets to hear that Brianne is doing so much behind the scenes to support the new and improved fun Brain Break that has all these like different segments and different guests that are on now. If you guys haven't tuned in this month yet on Wednesday afternoons for Brain Break, it's honestly just an intentional time to take a break from all the busyness of work and turn your brain off and have some shenanigans. And Brianne is doing incredible supporting that. So fun.
Played Battleship last week, and it was awesome.
So fun. I love it. Always good to have a good game. What I do like is that you guys are not only playing different games on the show, but then there's also a blog over on our Brain Break website where you can get the details of how to play, and they're all adapted for the classroom. So if you guys are...
That's the coolest part, is that they're all set for like how you can also use them with the students. So it's not, yes, we're goofing around so you can take a break, but we're also like hopefully providing you a little something you might want to think through and have a good time with. And just don't play with Darren because I think he cheats.
No, but I love the fact that you can play a game obviously with a friend, but being able to adapt that so you can play it in a K-12 classroom related to content or related to just an easy thing to take out at a moment when you have 10 minutes to kill. I think that's so useful. It's kind of like filling up our toolkit with different resources. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it.
Brianne doing a great job with that. And you and Dave are rocking Brain Break. I love that you guys are taking turns, but sometimes being together. I love that guests are involved now. If you're looking for a new opportunity to see different faces, kind of like Daily Drop-In provides, Brain Break is going to be a great way to kind of get to know people on a personal level, not just their educational philosophies. You know what I mean?
Dr. Jeffrey Prickett this week.
Oh, I love
it. I know. Yeah. That's so what when I saw that, I said, no way. Like, so Jeffrey Prickett, he hasn't been on screen with us in a long time.
I was going to say, I haven't seen Jeff Prickett in ages.
I know. That's going to be exciting.
High school principal here in Illinois. So excited to have him share his insight and catch up with him and play some games.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we need to get into Brainstorm Bank because this week's theme is all about our Teach Better birthday, ways to celebrate, going back in the day, visiting history, talking about where we came from, giving shout outs to our co-founders and all the celebration that comes with that. So we'll be right back.
All right, and welcome back to Brain Break. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube. It's not Brain Break. Oh my gosh, we just talked about Brain Break. I was so ready for this.
I know.
Play the thing again. Play the thing again.
Wait,
I'm fixing this.
I don't think we did our good news story either. Did I mess up?
Oh, thank God you messed up.
I think I messed up because I didn't tell you.
So someone take note. Ray messed this up, not Jeff.
Because I have this up on my phone. I didn't tell you guys there's a new lion cub at the zoo in Chicago. So you can't see him for
a new what? Lion cub?
But there's a new lion cub. It was born, the first lion cub that was born in 20 years at the Chicago Zoo.
Okay, just we're gonna take a pause breath. We're gonna play the good news and we're gonna get back into this and we're not gonna talk about it again. We're not gonna talk about this mistakes.
No, I'm not playing the good news commercial again. We're going into Brainstorm Bank.
Right, hit the button.
New lion cub.
Hit the button.
Go look the lion cub.
Right, hit the button.
Brainstorm Bank, Daily Drop-In style.
And welcome back to Daily Drop-In, where we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn every day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. There's a new Lion Cub in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So excited.
We're also celebrating our birthday this week, which is also exciting. So it's Teach Better birthday week and that Lion Cub's birthday, right? I mean, that's pretty exciting.
So true.
So 7 years. This week, we want you to celebrate with us. There's a lot of ways for you to do that. You can go to teachbetter.com/happy-birthday to find out all the different ways that you can celebrate with us. It's like, you're going to need to explain what's all over there. I know for sure you can register to just get your ticket. I don't like calling it a ticket, but we'll call it a ticket. Get the link to hang out with us Thursday night. So Thursday, we're kicking it off in the morning with Chad and Ray and I on Daily Drop-In, and then celebrating all throughout the day on social media, and then wrapping up that evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Zoom with a special birthday party. So hopefully you can join us there. I don't know what's going on. We got part of the team just figuring out what that's going to look like. I think it's going to be exciting. But before that, you can do some things to get involved and get ready for that. So Ray, if I go over to teachbetter.com/happy-birthday, I know I can register for the party. What else is over there? Because I know there's like 6 different things or something.
There is. Yeah, no, friends, the birthday party in the evening on Thursday is very much family friendly. You're welcome to come on your own and just take a little bit of an hour to yourself on Thursday afternoon, hanging out with the Teach Better community, or you can bring your spouse, bring your friends, bring your family. We're going to be hanging out, doing some fun stuff. So we're excited to see you Thursday night for that fun Zoom event, virtual, so you can stay in your pajamas after a long day of working, get in your PJs, grab your favorite adult beverage, and a slice of cake to celebrate the birthday party. We're also encouraging birthday hats and streamers if you want to celebrate with us. So all the good things. I appreciate you giving a shout out to Daily Drop-In. I'm excited to have you and Chad on the show. That's going to be a really, really fun opportunity to talk shop about the history of Teach Better and all the goofy stuff. So we're excited. Chad has not been on Daily Drop-In in ages, so I'm just excited.
Yeah, that's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. And then there's a lot of other ways to celebrate, because there's a lot of other parts of a birthday party. It's not just showing up to the birthday, but really having all these other experiences. We want to make sure you are celebrating with us all week long. My favorite thing is, I know this is silly, but it was a great idea from a member of our community. You know, typically for a birthday party, you bring a gift, right? Something that you're maybe going to donate to a charity, or something that you're bringing for the birthday boy or girl. I mean, it's always fun to be able to bring a gift to a birthday celebration. We are challenging our community to be a part of gift giving. And what we're looking for everybody to do is to simply answer a quick flip grid. So if you head over to teachbetter.com/happy-birthday, the gift that we are looking for you to provide is just some reminiscing, some memories, some predictions. These Flipgrid videos can be 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It's going to be super quick, but if you've never used Flipgrid before, it's just a really, really quick, easy platform used in classrooms all around the world to be able to document small videos. We have 4 different prompts for you. You can choose one or answer all of them. And we'd love to hear your thoughts for our Teach Better birthday. So if you want to grab maybe a family member or just do it on your own, maybe even grab some students in your classroom to record a Flipgrid. That's one of the most fun things that are over there. We're really, really excited to curate all those moments of reflection, even just those celebration shout outs. So that'll be really cool. That's definitely over there.
That's cool.
That'd be really fun. If you have not done that yet, please, please, please do that by Thursday. We would love to be able to collect all those. And then in addition, there's just fun reminders. We have some new swag for our birthday celebration, obviously to wear for our birthday, but really the birthday design is for any birthday. So now that everybody has officially 2 birthdays, their biological birthday and the Teach Better birthday that they're going to celebrate every year, go get some birthday swag to wear on any birthday that you're celebrating. It'll be fun over there. And birthday planning. You want to make sure you get some candles to blow out on Thursday. We want everybody to have a cupcake or a piece of cake to eat on Thursday. There's a lot of party planning we still need to do.
At the very least, the site's just really cool. I really love that that page, like with the design and stuff. It's like for no other reason, just go over there and be like, "That's cool." Yeah, and then move on.
Green birthday cake with green.
I can't wait to see everybody with their candles and stuff.
It's
be so much fun.
Can't wait. Yeah, so Jeff, I know we're going to talk about a lot of things throughout the week, but because you are a founder of the Teach Better team, actually having you on the show is kind of special because you have been around all 7 years of the 7th birthday that we're
For the
celebrating.
most part, yeah.
Some people that are tuning in may have only been a part of 1 year of our 7th birthday. They may have only been a part of 3 years of our 7th birthday. Regardless of when you joined the Teach Better community, we're thrilled you're here. But Jeff, can you tell us a little bit, what was it like 7 years ago? You're kind of thinking up what is now known as the Teach Better team. You filed paperwork. What was that paperwork? Tell us, like, what was going on 7 years ago this week?
Well, the paperwork was the official LLC paperwork. So, making an official business. We had been doing some stuff for a little bit before that. And we finally decided like this was going to be something. So we decided to do it. It was, so what was it like? So, geez, it was Chad and I. Chad was still teaching the classroom. I was actually running my other business at the time. And Chad had this crazy idea that he was utilizing in his classroom that we call the grid method now. Fun fact, some of the initial names that we were going to call it was the Ostrowski method, the Ostrowski teaching method, and some stuff like that. There was a couple other ones there that I can't remember right now. It was so yeah. Early on, it was interesting. We didn't know where we were going to go, like what it was going to look like, but we knew what it had done for Chad in his classroom that we wanted to share with people, that we wanted to do stuff to help them, and that's actually kind of where like the Teach Better made sense. Which we can tell the story of how you really led the charge on changing the name to Teach Better. But the reason it's always made sense to me is that even back then, Chad had said, like, I never want to go into a classroom and tell them how to teach. I just want to show them that this helped me teach better and that it helped them and stuff. So it was lonely, I think, back then. It wasn't as fun. We have a lot more people now. It's a lot more fun. I mean, it was fun, but, like, it was just two of us and, like, like
two people developing into now a global community of educators that support each other in being better. And what I love is that, yes, it did start obviously on the backs of this mastery framework that, allowed educators to facilitate a self-paced classroom in a manageable way, which is great. For those of you who have not learned about the grid method, holy moly, that's something that definitely is worth exploring either in our academy or if you go to teachbetter.com/the grid method, you'll be able to see all the tools and resources, free downloads. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that I don't know that I can confidently say you guys knew that we'd be here 7 years from then.
Pretty confidently say we didn't know. We had no. It's really yeah. And I was sharing the other night with our entrepreneurs some of the different ways that we thought the business was going to end up going to share with them, because one of them had sort of a revelation of changing the way they were doing things, and I shared with them that at one point we thought we were going to train businesses, and another point we thought it was going to be this and that, and it's been a heck of a journey, heck of a ride.
So when we're talking about March of 2015.
2015, yeah.
That this occurred, that you filed the paperwork and said, all right, Chad, let's go do this crazy idea. And then we didn't do the name change until like July 18. Of 2018. Yes. So the team was known as the grid method for a number of years in the early years. And then that transition happened where we rebranded and said, okay, the grid method is a mastery framework that is changing classrooms, that literally is what we're able to do in a lot of ways to go into schools and support. But we do more. And that's kind of, the global community was already forming. We were already doing mastery chat during that time. I mean, there was a lot going on.
Yeah. And it was that we figured out that the grid method wasn't right for everyone. So we started doing all these little things. And then as people like yourself came in, there was other passions and ideas and stuff. So we started doing all this little stuff. And that's where the name, the grid method, didn't make sense anymore. And that's really what, you kind of pushed that, because you're like, hey, it's hard to tell people our name because it doesn't make sense. And we finally got over it, because it was harder for Chad and I to kind of like grasp that, because we had been that, and boy, that was a good call.
Well, we just do more than one thing. Just like as educators, we wear more than one hat.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We discuss all the time the value of supporting the whole child. Here on the Teach Better team, we want to support the whole teacher, right? It's like, yes, we do want to be there when you're ready to like take on a progressive element of your classroom, but we also want to be there when you want to drink coffee in the morning. And that's okay.
I love it.
Jeff, I do want to give a shout out though. And I know that this is kind of a shout out to a lot of different people. But when I learned about the Teach Better team, which is after it started, I came in a few years later. You really were encouraging like publishing blogs. You were like, Rae, we're going to publish some content on the website. And I'm like, ooh, a website? We're going to publish blogs. That's so exciting. I can't write at all. And so you had to edit my terrible blogs. I believe in capitalizing all letters as frequently as possible. That frustrates you. But we were publishing like a blog a week, I think, right? Like that was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we might have been at a blog a week. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, or like a few blogs a month, maybe. Like,
yeah, I can't remember when you came on. We may have only been at like 1 or 2, maybe 2 a month, or maybe we were. I don't know. Maybe we probably got up to then, like maybe 3 or 4 a month. Yeah.
And now we are publishing at minimum a blog a day over at teachbetter.com.
Yeah, we're typically around the 40 plus range every month now.
Literally,
we got 130 something writers from all over the world now. That's amazing. Yeah, that's really crazy to think through. So
well, and the podcast network didn't exist. I mean, truly, a lot of these developments, the blog was probably the first thing we ever implemented on the website really consistently. The podcast network came later. The speakers network came later. Masterminds came later. The academy was just getting up and moving when I had joined.
So originally it was just a single course, just a Good Method one. Originally it was built into the website, built the LMS, and then I decided that wasn't going to be fun. And then we switched around a whole bunch before we landed, and then eventually because we didn't launch the actual academy until you had been with us for a while at that point.
Yeah, but think about it, because in I know we're talking about like when we were founded in 2015, but within that first 2 years, obviously creating one course was like kind of the focus, or 2 courses. I think there was a free course and a full course.
Yeah.
Now we're putting out a course a month. We're putting out 2 courses this month just for fun.
Yeah.
So, just for fun.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, because that was because we created the membership and stuff. That was back right when we flipped the name and stuff like that. And wow, yeah, holy cow. Jeez. This week's gonna be a whole lot of this, isn't it?
I mean, it'll be fun.
We're thinking back and going, wow, jeez. Whew.
Well, and I think it's also interesting. I do want to give a little like shout out to you, and I know we can focus on it, but you do realize that you and Chad co-founding this company together 7 years ago, not knowing what it was going to turn into, were like, it's amazing to me how flexible and adaptive and committed to listening that you guys both chose to be, because you didn't know what this would look like 7 years from now. And I don't know that you guys really did anything beyond trying something, listening to the reaction and feedback from the community, and then trying something else next. I mean, I think that's so reflective of how educators strive to live their day as well, where we know we're trying to do good work, but it takes getting to know our students, getting to know our staff, looking at the world, and really being flexible and adaptive. I find I'm in awe of the work that you and Chad have done, because wow, who could have predicted this? I don't know. I think it's amazing.
I appreciate that. And it has been, we've always just tried to build it as we always said, like we just listen to the business, and the business listens to the community people are trying to serve. Like, so, I mean, half the stuff that we do as a business in our services is because someone said, hey, can you, or would you? And then, when we try silly things like going live every day during the week and stuff, because people bring up good ideas.
Isn't that funny that like it seems like everything has a story, because everything was only created because of a moment of impact, right? Like I don't think there's anything that we're like, oh yeah, we thought of that in a meeting and so we decided to implement it. Like everything has a story. Brienne just posted green hearts in the comments, and we said it 100 times.
Yes.
Give you that story of where that came from.
Well, we've been talking about the conference for so long. The conference originally started off, we were going to do like a 4-day academy on the Grid Method. And then we're like, I don't even know how we end up at a conference then, but you're right. Like nothing. Yeah. Everything was very much, there's some sort of twisted turn story that got us to whatever it was that we actually did.
Even the diamond. I mean, so many different members of our community are part of these subgroups within the Teach Better team. They're ambassadors, they're bloggers, they're podcasters, they're mastermind attendees. All of those smaller communities within the Teach Better family have diamonds. That diamond came from, that was the original logo of this entire thing.
The original Good Method logo. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite parts, I think, is that we kept just that little piece of the initial logo, which is a diamond, and now it's everywhere. like in all the different things. And it's such a cool connection
Yeah.
that I really enjoy. And the best part about that is like, you talk to someone who like thinks about that stuff, that really thinks into like the design and the thought process behind logos and stuff. And I'm like, I wish I could tell you there was a whole lot more to it, but like, there was like Jeff Bradbury, who's on our podcast network, had me on. It was asking about like the color, the green. And I'm like, I wish I had like a really good strategic thought behind that. But honestly, Chad liked green.
Yeah.
Because it stood out and he liked it. Like that's why it's green. And it's one of the things that hung around after we changed things over. I'm like, that's it.
But I love it because like I love that we are constantly listening to our audience and striving to be a progressive community of educators, but we also maintain our history, right? Like the founder, one of the founders of our team, felt strongly about a goofy green color, and now that's Teach Better Green. There's no arguing. When I see it, I'm like, oh, Teach Better Green. That's the color. Or the diamond. I know it came from the grid method. That was how we built this community, was educators that were committed to progressive instructional practices. Now it's so much more, but that's what it started as. I love that continual reminder that we are built on the foundation of progressive instructional classroom designs. I mean, that's cool. I love it.
I really want to see anybody who's watching with us right now. I'd love to see it in the comments. But just this week, I've always loved hearing like, when did you connect?
Oh.
And how? Like, what was it that you first got connected with the team? Was it Master Chat? Was it a podcast? Was it a blog you read? Was it whatever, a conference? Like, how did you get connected and when? Like, can you remember like when it was when you first got? And some people can pinpoint it, and others are like, I think it was, whatever. But I was just looking at some of the people popping up in the comments and going, I wonder when.
Yeah.
That's always interesting to me.
And I always appreciate when you talk to somebody, it's typically, and I say this knowing that not everybody had this experience, but a lot of people had like an outreach from somebody that welcomed them into the community. It was like, oh, well, Jeff direct messaged me on Twitter about something that had nothing to do with a Teach Better team. And now I just joined the family. Or, like, oh, my friend that teaches down the hall from me talked about how she made a friend virtually. I thought that was so interesting, and she invited me to come join, and now I'm a part of the Teach Better community. Like, a lot of what people found was like outreach. I was looking for a blog to read, and one of the authors I read was a member of the Teach Better family. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie Migland was my department chair. That's how I met Katie, because she was the department chair of the school that I was working at. And go figure, now she does so much work for us.
A couple of comments ahead, I'm seeing Alex. I enjoy. He was wearing his over the weekend. He had his mastermind shirt with a dark green diamond. And then last night he had his blogger shirt with a yellow diamond.
Yep.
Just diamonds all week. Yes.
There's so much swag over in our swag store, but I do want to give a shout out. If you are a member of a specific community, all of those specific communities have specific swag. Like blogger community has that yellow diamond that they celebrate. I don't know. Is that linked on our general site? You might need to go to Carrie or the specific lead for that.
Yeah, or your portal. So if you remember, like, you have your different portals and your resources when you're connected that way and stuff. So
yes, make sure, if you haven't visited those portals recently, those little communities that have portals with a lot of support resources, go grab your stuff. I like this one. Lori is talking about how she earned a grant for Chad to come to her classroom. Oh, and I was able to be a part of her very first.
Well, right below that, Brianna, she ran across your Instagram 4 years ago. Wow, 4 years ago. That's awesome.
4 years ago. Wow, crazy.
Alex just found Master. A lot of people came in through Master Chat, just randomly finding it and connecting.
Oh, it was like Brianne met us at a random conference that we were all at together.
What's the 2E?
I have no idea.
Is that Twice Exceptional? Is that where you were at? Up here in Summit? Yeah, I remember being that. I remember that conference.
We were part of there's so many conferences that over the years you like present a session and you don't know that the people in the room of that session will eventually be like your great friends. Isn't that funny?
So that conference that Bree's talking about, actually, Ray, you'll enjoy this, because I went there with Tiffany Ott. Shout out Tiff, if Mama Tiff's watching. And we actually did a table there at a conference for the 2E. At the venue that we then held the 2019 conference at. That's when we found that venue.
Ooh.
Was at that conference.
Yeah. Cool.
So Bree, you connected with us the same day that we figured out that was probably where we should do that. We didn't decide that day because it was a little bit before we decided to do the conference, but that's when. That's funny. That's interesting.
That's so fun. Yeah, I love, like, Lori's talking about how she met with me virtually. I cannot believe that. I don't know how to phrase this. I'm going to sound like a loser, but like level with me. You never know who's around and how you will develop a relationship with the people that you might just bump into in a normal day-to-day instance.
Mhm.
Like thinking about the fact that you can present at a conference and have 20 people in the room and not know that in a year, one of those people who were just a random face in the room are now some of your best friends. Or you have a virtual meeting with somebody to just talk shop about, I don't know, education, or maybe they have a question on the grid method. And then now 3 years later, they're actively a part of your day-to-day morning. Lori Ann is a part of our day-to-day daily drop-in comments. And like, it's just cool how you have these moments in life where you bump into somebody, you have no idea, like how we met.
I was gonna say, we answer a Twitter DM from a creepy guy online, and boom, a couple years later, you own part of the company. Like you're a co-owner here, and with the coolest title of CXL. Anyway, I just love that Brie was talking. She got the stress ball, so we were talking about stress balls over the weekend.
I love it, Alex. Yeah, stress
that's
good. Alex is commenting that he sat next to somebody at the Teach Better conference. Now she's one of his best friends. I love this community. I love those moments. Those are great moments.
Now think of who you're gonna sit next to at 2022.
So
who's gonna become your bestie?
All right, friends, we're going to be reminiscing all week. So this is just what our week is about, those feel-good memories. This week is about like taking advantage of moments that you may not know in that moment is going to be something that changes your life, but taking advantage of those moments. I'm excited to hear more of the history from you and Chad on Thursday morning as we celebrate the actual 7th birthday. So there's a lot to come as we celebrate this week, but I think we do need to preview the week before we end, Jeff.
We should. Yeah, we need to look at that.
So we'll be right back for upcoming this week. All right, friends, as we close out the show this morning, thank you for all the comments. We love when you guys are commenting. We also love when you are able and willing to share our feed, depending on where you're watching from. We're currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Shout out to those of you who are listening after the fact on Teach Better Talk podcast.
Yeah.
We so appreciate when you are able to go to any of those channels and subscribe or share the video so that others can get involved in the fun. And this week, talking about the history and the celebration, I think it'll be fun. One of the questions, Jeff, on the flip grid, which is you guys can get access to it, teachbetter.com/happy-birthday, actually asks for a prediction. What does 7 years look like now?
Oh, really? Like 7 years later?
7 years from now.
2029?
14 years.
7 years? Wow.
7 years, so 14 total of the team. Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting question.
I know. What will it look like? Because now, I mean, geez, it started with 2 people filing some paperwork 7 years ago, having a vision for supporting progressive classroom practices 7 years from now.
It'll be interesting to see if y'all keep Chad and I around or not.
No, we will.
Like after another 7, like it might be time to just.
I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to get rid of Chad.
That's true. Okay, well, I might be in trouble.
You might be.
I was going to joke earlier, talking about the things we kept around, like from the old logo and stuff. I'm like, I really like that we kept Chad around too. Like that was nice of us to kind of hold on to that history, you know.
No. Chad was never the question.
That's in the comments right now, Ray. Just saying. I just saw him pop in a comment.
Chad, you're always going to be somebody we need around. You are the brain of this entire team. But Jeff, we might get rid of you in 7 years. Who knows?
It's probably okay. I'll help you craft a story as we get there.
To like transition you out.
Yeah, like so that the history can change and like it's now like you and Chad started it and I'm not part of it anymore. Everyone will be like, yeah, that makes sense.
In 7 years, like Brian Fennell's going to be the puppeteer of everything. So
Chad's just the puppet.
Mm-hmm. That'll be good. Oh, Jillian, how shame she goes hashtag Jeff in the comments.
Sorry.
Terrible.
I don't see any. I mean, it's just
terrible.
No hashtag Team Race up there. Just Team Jeff.
You know what? That kind of went away after the Teach Better Talk podcast did a change. That people
probably better because I don't think I usually won. So
no, I won. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know. So
friends, we have to get into this week. Obviously, today we are kicking off our birthday week celebration with some live conversation. If you're just tuning in now, we have had some good shenanigans. So make sure you go back and listen. On Tuesday, we have Robert Knowles joining us. I'm so excited for Robert to join the Teach Better family in his debut tomorrow morning, and also to be able to reminisce a little bit on where he's come from, what his educational history is, and welcome him into hopefully, and being an active part of our community there.
Good week to come into the family.
I know, so good.
Like
Wednesday, we have Jake Miller joining us. I love Jake Miller.
Love Jake Miller.
I have not gotten to catch up with him in ages.
He hasn't been on for a while. He was
I know.
one of our podcasters at the Teach Better Conference 2019 Duct Tape podcast, Education Duct Tape.
Can't
Good
wait
dude, smart dude.
Feature him, and I'm excited to hear about how he got connected to the team, because he's been a part of the Teach Better community for a while, but I don't know how he got introduced.
I don't know either. That's interesting.
That'd be cool. On Thursday, we'll be officially celebrating the Teach Better team's 7th birthday, like our lame 7th birthday party we're celebrating. So Chad Ostrowski will be live with us, and also, the one and only Jeff Gargas. So it's going to be a good conversation.
I got to get up early again on Thursday.
You do. And there's going to be 3 of us on the screen.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy. Yep, it'll be good. And then, of course, on Friday, we are ending the week with Brad Hughes. We'll obviously have a very late and fun birthday party celebration Thursday night, and then we'll be asking Brad and I to get up bright and early for Friday as well. So
we're gonna stay up all night so that Brad and Ray have a hard time on Friday.
Yeah, that's fun. It'll be good. I hope you guys come Thursday night. It'll be so fun to just have an hour of giggling, right? Like an hour of good vibes. I love it. Make sure you register for that over at teachbetter.com/happy birthday. Are you looking at Chad's comments?
I'm reading Chad's comments.
Chad's making jokes in the comments.
Yeah. So teachbetter.com/happy birthday, because you got to register to make sure you get that link so that you can hang out with us. And it's gonna be fun.
All right, friends, we are gonna wrap up this Monday conversation because we all need to go to work. We all need to go support students, head into our classrooms, get ready to support our leadership teams. There's a lot going on today. But if you are home enjoying spring break, we also want to encourage you to relax, drink your coffee slowly, and just enjoy the beautiful Monday that's hopefully headed your way. Jeff, any final thoughts before we close out our conversation, our first conversation of our birthday week?
After you've relaxed just a little bit, go over to teachbetter.com/happy birthday and do the flip grid. Because I want to see what you think this is going to look like. I didn't know that was one of the questions.
There's 4.
I'm really excited to see what people think it's going to be in 7 years. Like that's going to be fun. Can you share the other 3 questions?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Okay.
I know there's something about how did you learn about the Teach Better team?
Oh, good. That's a fun one too.
We want to hear the history of how you joined.
Yep.
Whether maybe you started by becoming a blogger and then you learned about the community, whatever. And then some other questions are making the predictions. There's 4 of them, so I'm excited to hear all this.
When you go over there, can you see everybody else or no?
You can.
Oh, you can. Oh, I'm going there right now.
Yes.
You do talk stuff. I'm gonna go. I'm typing in the website now /happy birthday.
Also, friends, do us a favor and share that information with your friends and colleagues. You feel free to do the video with a friend or do it on your own, but we'd love to get as many responses as possible. So it should be really fun.
Such a cool website. It's so pretty.
Can you see the flip grade questions? Open that one up.
I'm opening it up right now.
Yeah.
Join with Google.
Yes, you do have to sign in with Google, but there's no password, so you should be fine.
It's logging in. So.
All right.
So yeah. Well, it looks like it's showing responses. So make a prediction. Yeah, you can see them.
Okay.
Good. Nice. That's fun.
Go do that fun, guys.
Stop setting that up. It's super easy. It's like y'all are teachers or something.
We try. I will say, friends, I know sometimes it's hard to add one more thing to our to-do list. The flip grids should only take about 15 seconds total. So please, please, please take 15 seconds to give your gift for this birthday week. Jeff, we're going to head out, but for everyone else, please go enjoy your coffee. Happy Monday. Thank you for all that you do, and we'll see you later, friends. See you tomorrow.